Alrighty, guys, we are back into game 2. This is the Hilliard Esports Cybercats against the Maroon Raiders from Dwight Morrow High School. I am Mrs. Sturman, aka Maestro Pants, and I am joined here once again by Peter Sturman Wilson, aka Arya Deva, and we're the league coaches for Hilliard, and we're glad you're joining us. So whether you are an avid league fan or a Hilliard Esports fan or just a fan of one of the players in particular, if
just
you're in their family,
surfing
or if you're
Twitch
just randomly surfing Twitch and you found your way here, welcome. Let's see. This is game 2. Game 1 decisively going over to Hilliard. And we'll see the Alistar again picked up for an actual bird. Nunu coming in, which is kind of nice. Evelyn, I know that we have an alum cam watching, and Evelyn was one of his main junglers of choice. So, and Ajana. I haven't seen Ajana in play in a while.
Yeah, and that is something that I know we had scouted out for the support player. I think they're most played support, actually, so I think just trying to go for something a little bit more aggressive along with the Draven. In the last game, going for the Rel Draven, peeling the Alistar and all that made a lot of sense, I think. This maybe just going back to comfort, trying to do what they can to counter-engage instead of go for the more aggressive play.
Oh, and that's Mystical on the Yasuo.
Mystical on the Yasuo, and throwing down the gauntlet from the side of Dwight Morrow, going for the Zed here. That's going to be a spicy matchup in the mid lane.
Very spicy.
And we see the bans staying pretty much the same, actually completely the same across the board, except changing up. Is it changing up a little bit? No, they're going for the same one, I believe. So just saying, we don't need to change it up there. We'll just switch around the picks and see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
And so looking at the way that the Evelyn can interact with a champion like the Zed, they can pretty much delete someone off the map, right? Zed having that burst damage, Evelyn having that ability to be anywhere on the map unless you have a controller to spot her out after that level 6 mark. Zed's very good at roaming, so if they can coordinate that in some plays, invades in the jungle, roams to other lanes, going to be a really, really scary duo. And kind of looking for that setup play if they do lock in this Malphite here. Very, very easy way to start off a fight.
Or actually the Shen.
Going for the Shen.
Which is good with the global as well, and that shield in team fights, or if you're caught out, will be nice.
So specifically something you can pair with the Evelyn. It does, I believe, and if I am wrong on this mechanic, someone can let me know, but I believe it will make you visible if you are ulting in on the Evelyn as the Shen, but it is still a way to get off a good engage by having the Shen come in for the taunt and get that CC into the Zed and Evelyn blowing someone up. So the Ezreal coming out from Gorf, recognizing that he might need a little bit more mobility, and
they actually did hit.
The Teemo coming out from the
side. I thought they were cheesing.
From the side of Hilliard here, something that I do believe Grooven has played quite a bit, so a very, very annoying champion to play against. Anyone.
I mean, those mushrooms, when they can, late game, they can,
hey,
pack a punch of poison.
You can hit one and you're like, why am I 30% health and I only hit one mushroom? But,
and now I have to start this team fight.
And looks like the fight here might be between Shrooms and Stealth, because as the Teemo, even though you have to worry about the Evelyn roaming up, you can place those Shrooms at very key points where the Evelyn might want to roam, and then if she hits one, you know where she is. So a good detection mechanism there, and maybe a little bit of a counter he was thinking about. Also, I believe a decent matchup into the Shen. They both have their own auto attack denying mechanism in their kit, so it really depends on the taunt play and how he plays around the W cooldown from the Shen on the Teemo in the lane matchup.
While we have this, and of course we know we're getting into the ever important skin choosing section here, so before we have that big reveal, do you want to just kind of talk to our listeners about what's the difference between a taunt and, like a knock-up and a stun and a this and a that?
Yeah. So for the people a little bit less familiar with League in general, there are different types of what you would call crowd control. So that's basically anything that stops you from doing something that you would want to do on your champion. So If you are rooted, that means you can still auto attack, you can still use abilities, but you can't move. If you're slowed, that means you can still auto attack, use abilities, but you move slower than you normally would. If you're stunned, that means you can't auto attack, you can't move, you can't use abilities, etc., etc. So all these different types of CCs have different mechanics in the game that they work around. Taunt is something where you can't do anything and you're actually forced to auto attack the champion that taunted you. So a good way of locking down a champion and knowing that they can't use any of their abilities for damage against them keeps them in place, keeps them where they want them to be. So Charm is something that Evelyn has, which makes them walk towards her, so actually closes a little bit of distance for her. Bunch of stuff like that, you know. And the knock-up, something that's a little bit unique to the kit of our mid laner here on the side of Hilliard. So a knock-up is actually a requirement for Yasuo to be able to use his ultimate ability. So a knock-up does very much the same thing as a stun in terms of not being able to move, auto-attack, use abilities. But there are certain abilities that can cleanse stuns and cannot cleanse knock-ups. And a knock-up can set up for the Yasuo ultimate, whereas a stun cannot. So having the knock-up on the Nunu, having the knock-up on the Alistar, having the knock-up built into Yasuo's kit, kind of what they're playing around. And the Teemo also coming out here for some magic damage in the top lane to balance out the Yasuo. When you have a Yasuo in the mid lane, you want to make sure unless there's really no tank on the enemy team, there's another source of mixed damage or magic damage on your team. So I think, smart comp building, they're really kind of playing around what they drafted.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know it can get confusing sometimes with all those different things. So again, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to, drop a note in chat or, message us or anything like that. We're more than happy to help you out. Right now, let's see, is the video? Nope, we're good. We thought there might be technical difficulty, but there is not.
And we also do have the Lucian coming out. We didn't talk about that. It is a very aggressive laner, so someone that, in combination with the Janna, you typically don't think of peel and aggression going together, but
unless you're eating an orange and you're very angry.
Yes, very angry. You're peeling the orange and you just rip it apart and squeeze all the juices out as you're peeling it.
And that's what Gangplank does.
Yeah, that's he prevents scurvy by anger orange. With the peel that comes out from the Janna here, she is going to be able to set up for a lot of free damage from the Lucian. So he can kind of get out his burst combo while the Janna is stopping that engage. So something to look for. Even if it looks like the Alistar is going to be able to go in, he might just come out worse for wear.
All right, most important part of the game, Skinergy. Let's see. We know, nice, the Nunu skin, which is the favorite of an actual bird, so N8HJP throwing that his way. Okay, nice. Spirit Blossom Teemo. True damage Yasuo.
Matching
so we just got, prestige. 3 prestiges, which I like. And that Mystical must have bought that True Damage Yasuo recently, because I thought he only had, or maybe it's the Yone he only has the Spirit Blossom for, but that's nice. I gotta like that.
Yeah, I think it's the
true
Yone
damage
you talked about before.
Yeah.
So
and that's a cool Alistar skin. I like it. That Fnatic Janna is one of my favorite Janna skins. She has a ton of really nice ones, but I really like that one in game. I think it looks cool. So, nice pick there. I like the Championship Zed.
It kind of looks like Evelyn and Zed are dancing with each other.
Oh my gosh, it does! Which would be a very weird dance match.
I know that if you have a TF and an Evelyn with both their tango skins, it kind of looks like they're dancing with each other. But Zed, following suit. And
yes, well, you did say
TF
that they need
jealous.
To coordinate their plays.
That's true,
so
like switching from the TF to
floor,
the different champion, but still having the dance synergy, they're
and you know
really
what? I
meta.
think that Warlord Shen and High Noon Lucian look like they're about to dance, like they're doing the opposite turn away.
Exactly, it's like the face-off dance type of thing.
Yeah, very nice. All right, loading in now.
Looks like pretty standard stuff here from the side of Runes and Masteries.
And I like how the Shen sword loads in first.
We do have an Ignite coming out from the Janna, so not too worried about the exhaust for either the Yasuo or the Ezreal in the later stages of the game. So maybe looking for some aggression there.
I just love Nunu, the Nunu Willem champs. They're so cute. And
very wholesome.
Still love the papercraft, though. I Gotta say, it's still my fave. Yeah, isn't that a cool Janna skin?
It's a good one. I like that one. It's a good one. And it does match with this Lucian skin quite well.
Yeah, not too bad. Ooh. Okay, and they're back at it. We tell them they're not allowed to spam any masters or anything like that during game where the other team can see it, because we don't want anyone to think that they're, you know, being bad sports or anything like that, because sometimes it can be construed that way. So they're getting it in while they can before the enemy can see them.
And a little dance party going on here on the red side. Always a good time. See a very similar opener from the side of Hilliard. Getting that ward out there. I'm guessing the team is going to ward this before he
mean to drop that ward?
I don't think so. I think that was a little oopsie press when they were doing the master
spam. So that's maybe take that up with the bot lane players later. But some good fun's not too bad.
They ping that there's vision there. You
know,
so.
Thanks. Yep, that's true. If they get ganked, like level 2 gank, I'm gonna make sure they know. All right, let's see. Red buff start, good stuff. And the Nunu with the consume makes us clears pretty easy, which is nice.
Just chilling.
Isn't Teemo the one that's supposed to hide in the brush?
Hey, you know, Teemo can move around invisible in the brush, but he can be invisible anywhere. So he is actually invisible right there as he stands still. But
so they're just both being
they're both being spicy and hidden, just kind of waiting for things to happen. And good Q from the Lucian there, hitting both of the champions and hitting the minions.
Yeah, the bot lane did some nice abilities last
Level
game.
2 here for Mystical, getting that trade off. Very well done.
And he knows, he can be a bit of a bully. Oh my gosh, is he going to get... Ignite comes out.
He has the Q.
He's looking... Oh my gosh, and he gets the first blood! Before sub 230 minutes, first blood. I told y'all when I locked in, it's going to be styling. Yeah, but then Ignite, and so Flash has to come out. The potions popped, Gorf low. And
man,
it's just like
level
last
2
game.
play from the bottom lane, something that Hilliard needs to watch out for, because both games now they fall into a level 2 engage and almost died.
And that is something we've talked about them before, so we got to make sure they're keeping that in mind.
Having used both summoners on Gorf both times, so you know, like we said, not as high pressure of a lane, but into the Alistar early, he is a very weak champion, level 1, and one of the weakest in the game, actually. So something you really have to keep in mind when it might be a lane that doesn't look as scary with the Janna, but she does a surprising amount of damage in the early stages. So have to be careful about that. And
the Lucian does too, even though it's not the Draven. I mean, he still is a lane bully.
Lucian's one of the strongest lane bullies for sure. So yeah, something to be careful about, but it doesn't lead to anything yet. We'll have to see what comes of those summoners.
All right, and Teemo's just such a funny champion.
And you can see how much bullying he is getting done up here. The Shen almost at half health.
Ooh, and it is a
my
fight.
top has priority, my mid has priority. I'm taking the scuttle.
Yep. And see, getting laid in the blind there. Shen the back with his sword. Oh, but that's a lot of damage. And then this, flash out, but then walking back into it. Yasuo's here. He wants it. He's got it. And that was delivered on a silver platter from the Nunu. And then also he got that scuttle.
Yeah, great heads-up play from the Nunu to also give that kill over to the Yasuo, letting him snowball his lead. And the taunt misses. I think Timo wins this.
Yeah, and he's going back in and getting all these auto attacks. And the flash and the ignite out.
Might
and
be
he
enough.
should live. No, he didn't.
Timo has the poison. So the poison and the ignite and the minion auto attacks all coming in to finish off that kill. A little bit more damage you would typically see.
And that was just a disrespect, basically. He just stayed up too low, too long, and just kept taking those. Oh my gosh.
I don't think Zed can be here, yeah.
Kept taking those auto attacks. Meanwhile, Yasuo.
So if we take a look at the gold in the middle lane, it's looking a little bit unfortunate here. We have a 2,500 gold versus the 1,000. This Zed needs to be really careful from now on.
There we go, showing the items for y'all to see. All right. Oh, and you guys, we got to be careful in the bot lane again. And this is tough stuff, and especially after long day of school, and then you come home and you got to play League, or you get to play League.
And that's a level 3 Zed now. The Evelyn trying to come in and help his mid laner. I don't think they could even 1v2 him. He's level 6.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
And they know it, the Evelyn's walking out saying, I don't know if we want this.
That is some good damage down from the Shen onto
might be coming.
The Teemo. But let's see, Nunu and Yasuo coming.
The knockup.
Snowball in, it's gonna land! And that's Okay, he's like, you know what, you're pretty fed. I'm going to take this one.
And unfortunately, the direct-to-camera took us away from that interaction that we had talked about in Champ Select, but that was the knock-up from... Oh, and the flash, and he's gone.
Gosh.
He's
yep,
gone.
Ignite down. He's just going to... Yep, he didn't even need to auto him again. It was just down.
And coming in for another gank. We have more action.
And, yep, it's the knock-up lands, and there you go.
There's no
and the
flash.
sun is out, and that's that. And this is... snowbally in more ways than one, folks.
Very much so.
There's the snowball, and then there's also just the champions completely decimating. I mean, level 7 on this Yasuo, you know, working on these turrets. And what I was going to say in the bot lane, which has been feeling a little different, even though because I'm going over. Okay, let's see. Actual Bird going in, landing that. Ignite comes out, stun there. It might be enough. Oh, flash. Oh my gosh, there's the 1-for-1 there. Gorf's still trying to go in because it's just the Janna. Will he be able to finish it off?
Very close, very close. Doesn't
yep.
quite get the kill there, and
just needing to be a little bit more careful. Those twisters, they can knock you up and they can do some damage to you, but just needing to make sure that the sidestep is there on the Hilliard side, because you can see those paths. They're relatively slow moving, but I have walked into many a Janna tornado myself.
Yep, and just real quickly finishing up on that earlier point, it was the Nunu snowball that knocked up the Evelyn, allowing Yasuo to get off his ultimate there. So we now see the items coming in. It's double longsword against a Noon quiver, tier 2 boots, and a crit cloak.
Oh my gosh, look at that differential in CS in the mid lane too.
Yeah,
that's brutal.
So really going to be hard here for the Zed. He's the type of champion, kind of like the Syndra last game, that wants to be able to one-shot someone. And
blind, damage.
This Shen is just having a hard time against this Teemo, like we said,
Never
having the
underestimate the power of the Scout's code.
Because it is very powerful.
Good job, guys. There it is. There's some of those little sweet feet moves I was hoping would emerge. And I will say...
even with the pressure that the side of the Warriors has had against the side of Hilliard in the bot lane, Ezreal is up in gold after that kill.
Yep, and has more CS, which is good. This is a kill. Oh! No, he's able to save himself. No, okay, yes. He's alive. More action in the bot lane. Oh, he's alive until he hops in and gets that final kill there. Brutal stuff.
Hey, you know, when you're one auto from dead, you really can't stay under that turret. That was just
you need to leave.
Oh, but we might
but Evelyn coming in. Let's see. Is she able to... Oh, nice flash out from there. The charm, and that is enough to keep him alive. Open. Yep, and again, those are hard to move, but just a little more size up. That's okay. I will say back to that 1v1 death or 1-for-1 in the bot lane. Good job on the Hilliard side to keep attacking, even when Alistar was getting low, to be able to finish off that kill onto the Lucian.
Yeah, something that you often see when people don't have as good of an idea of their champion's limits is they will get aggressed on and they'll just get scared and run away. But the thing you have to realize is that those other champions have blown their cooldowns to do all that damage to you. So you need to blow yours in order to do damage back to them. So great way of recognizing when they could do what. And I, again, don't think they can 2v1 this.
I don't think they can 2v1 this. In fact,
great wind wall.
He might be able to 2v1 them. Let's see. The snowball coming in, but not even needed. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, is he gonna be able? Oh my gosh, you did live? No! That was so close! I'm sorry, Mystical. You know what? There we go. Makes Zed feel better.
And a slight misplay from Mystical there, eating back in. I think he would have lived if he hadn't, but still, the amount of pressure that he has in this lane. 6-1 now with the Immortal Shield Bow. He'll be able to do that play again and not die easily with that item.
Meanwhile, death. Yep. Oh. Nope. Yep. Tick, tick, poison.
Tick, tick, boom.
And Nunu's like, I'm rolling around to help people, and my laners are just killing them all already, which, you know, is a good problem to have as a jungler.
Yep. Good problem to have. He's just going to back off to the scuttle, say
and Nunu does love ganking, but yeah, if he can also farm up some jungle stuff and, you know, turn his eyes elsewhere, that's great stuff.
Looks like the Zed is going towards an eclipse, maybe?
Ooh. Oh my gosh, that's brutal. Man, I hate wind walls. Even when they're on our side, I'm just so used to hating them as a Nami. So many times they've blocked so many things, but Mystical using it well. Let's see. And this is like exactly a repeat of before. Let's see. What? Nope. They don't even want it.
No,
they know.
He has his item now. He has his mythic, and he is very, very, very strong. So
wait, let's see. Go back. Directed camera. he wants it. He's thinking
he
about
knows.
it.
He knows that he's strong enough to do this, and he has his tornado now. She
Oh,
knows she needs to
beautiful
flash
flash.
out.
But yeah, that has to feel bad. You know, but we've all been there. Again, I don't say this in a way of throwing shade. Like, we have all been there. You play League long enough, you've been there. Let's see, Alistar going in.
And
Nope.
again, you know, the jungler basically hanging around here just so...
Oh, Gorf going down. Let's see, though. Alistar, will you be able to make it? You're pretty tanky.
And we
They're
might have
trying to chase him
Yasuo roam down. We'll see.
Actual bird probably telling him, yep, no, okay.
Ping coming out. And
Oh,
good
that was a
flash.
beautiful flash. That was nice. Okay. It was a great chase.
Yeah, I didn't see how that had started out there with the kill on Degorf. I think just a good engage, knowing that they had the level 6 on the side of Lucian. He has a lot more damage when he has the ultimate and can land it. So, oh, close on that. They have the Shen ult coming out to try and turn this.
Let's see.
Good dodge
Mystical,
on the taunt.
yep, maybe in a tough place. Oh!
She has shield bow proc. He wins this.
Let's see, the taunt lands, though. Is he able to finish it off? Oh my gosh, the flash out from Shen. He's gonna let him stay. No. Let's see, as all coming out. Mystical still hanging around there. I don't know if you want this, Shen. You should be afraid of this man.
Yeah, you can see how strong that shield bow
landing that
proc
knockback.
is, making him much, much tankier than he would normally be. And Gorf trying to stop the back there, barely missing it on the Janna. And again, we see.
Oh, he got him! He got him, babe.
He did get him under that turret. We can maybe just do a quick, quick little
Sorry.
replay here to see what happened.
Honestly, if I were them, you give it up. You know that turret may go down, or you might lose another turret plate, but you know your life's gonna be forsaken.
Yeah, and back to live here. We see now the BF sword coming out for Mystical as well. The Leandry's completed on the Teemo. The tank completed for
That turret going down.
the
It's so
Nunu,
close.
Essence
Let's
Reaver
see.
for the
Yep.
Ezreal. So these are all the big first item spikes for the side of Hilliard. Alistar, the only one has a support, not on his mythic yet, and this might be just Shen going down again.
Yep. And that's just the name of the game. Then Teemo, just an annoying champ, been able to just poison him and chase him down with that.
And Zed's gone.
I can't. Yep.
And we are now looking at 8.5k gold advantage for the side of Hilliard at 13 minutes, and the Pulverize missing there from the Alistar. They know they can go in.
Yep, going and landing that. Let's see, slowing him down a fair bit, but it's not a lot. Ezreal coming in, that's a good amount of damage. Heal comes out, but it's not enough to save him. Going down, Gorf getting that kill. Let's see, Nunu chasing out the Evelyn in here too. And stun, God, beautifully done. Bot lane, nice guys. And then Nunu also picking up the 1v1 in the jungle. And then meanwhile, Shen's like, wait, I'll help. Oh, nope, you don't want this, Shen, because there is a hungry Yasuo and Nunu. They're gonna get this. They're gonna look to Drake.
And Zed's walking in, and again...
You don't want it. You don't want it. No, leave. Please.
And great turn from the bot lane there. Have to really compliment that play, the way that they played around the cooldowns on Lucian again, because he went in for the damage. He didn't have anything left for when the Ezreal ult came out, and the Ezreal ult did so much damage in turning that fight.
Oh my gosh. Look at and these CS differentials all across the map. Brutal. Brutal, brutal. But again, smart plays and knowing what your champ can do and what it can't do, and these risky kind of things.
Yeah, very important in pressing your advantage, kind of being able to toe the line of aggression, and good amount of damage coming out there from the Zed. He might get this. He has the ult.
Flashing in. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
He gets it.
Okay, there we go. Nice. And so that was a 1v1.
gold going back to the Zed. So he has gotten the 2 shutdowns, the first on the Yasuo and the second on the Teemo. So a lot stronger than his scoreline in CS would make you think. With that amount of gold from shutdowns, you can see he already has his Eclipse completed, the only one on his team with the Mythic. So he might be able to get in a position where he can still take out one of these carries.
We'll see. The charm does land, but at this point, especially with the Nunu there. Oh, and then the knockup lands. That's death. That's it. Let's see, bot lane roaming up here, but the tornado won't quite hit. Gorf caught out a little bit. Has to flash. Lucian all coming in.
Good block from Nunu there.
And
now Alistair's here. Sees that
Yasuo
one.
says, "You're trying to throw wind at me, girl. I control the wind."
You're trying to throw wind at me. I will have a cow knock you up.
Yep.
All right, and as
Janna ult comes out. That's the first Janna ult I've seen, actually.
there was one other one in the bot lane that
Okay.
wasn't able to turn the fight, but good use there, and the Shen ultimate coming in to try and save this.
Oh,
Zed.
the dances. Okay. Oh. Shen had come in. Nope. No.
Tried to save
No.
the Zed, but it did not work out, and this is looking pretty brutal at this point. They are really grasping at straws of how to.
Drop your words, boys. It's a surrender. Oh, yeah. And that happens.
Something
again.
that you do see, when
We've all
the
been
team
there.
is just in a place where they don't feel like it's gonna come back, then they just want to move on to the next thing they're doing. So.
And I get that. I mean, they were Hilliard. We were pretty fed. There was not gonna be a
14K goal difference at 16 minutes. That's a hard one.
It's
so.
like after Thanksgiving, you're very full. And. Yep. I don't know if there's too much more to say about that one, folks. But still some good league and some good plays from both sides. And as my dad says, any given team, any given day. But Yasuo took over that one.
Yep, Yasuo did take over that one.
Nunu was in many places at the right time, and Teemo was just a poisoned thorn in that Shen side.
I do have to give a lot of credit to the Teemo in this game as well, because you could see how much pressure he did end up having against that Shen in the hard lane matchup.
Oh, at one point I saw it was like 0-7-0.
Yep. Really took his advantage, impressed with it.
Yeah, and bot lane too, in that, they had that 1-for-1.
Yeah, it seemed
early
like it was
on,
going the way of red side, but they
held their
actually
own,
ended up getting the kill on that.
Yeah, and always had a CS lead. So, well done, Hilliard, all around. So far, folks, we are, knock on wood, undefeated in both our Esports Ohio and our Play Versus tournaments. Again, this is our Play Versus one. See a shout out. Thank you to another one of our Hilliard Esports advisors, Mr. Williams. We appreciate it. And, best of luck to all the Hilliard Esports teams. Best of luck to y'all on the Rift or in life. And thanks for watching.